What happens to a flag when the nation it represents disappears? In this video, we explore 10 powerful and now forgotten flags that once symbolized empires, revolutions, and ideologies, but are no longer flown today. From the hammer and sickle of the Soviet Union to the controversial Confederate battle flag, discover the rise and fall of nations through their most symbolic banners. We'll uncover the rich history behind the Soviet Union, Nazi Germany, Yugoslavia, the Ottoman Empire, CZ, the Confederate States of America, East Germany, Austro-Hungarian Empire, the Kingdom of Hawaii, Rhodesia, Zaire. You'll also learn what happened after these flags disappeared, how the world changed, who took their place, and how these symbols are remembered or forgotten today. 1. The Soviet Union, 1920-23-1991. Our journey begins with the unmistakable flag of the Soviet Union, a deep red background symbolizing revolution, adorned with the golden hammer and sickle representing workers and peasants, crowned by a five-pointed star for communism. Formed after the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution, the USSR united 15 republics under a communist regime that would become a global superpower during the Cold War. This flag became the face of global socialism, space exploration, and ideological conflict with the West. But by 1991, economic turmoil, political unrest, and demands for independence led to its collapse. The USSR dissolved peacefully, and each republic, Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and others, adopted new national flags and paths. The Soviet flag was lowered for the last time on December 25, 1991. 2. Nazi Germany, 1935 to 1945. Perhaps one of history's most notorious flags, the Nazi swastika was designed to project power, order, and Aryan supremacy. A red backdrop for socialism, a white circle for purity, and the black swastika as an ancient symbol repurposed for fascist ideology. This flag was officially adopted by Adolf Hitler's Third Reich in 1935 and was flown until Germany's defeat in 1945. It symbolized a regime responsible for World War II and the Holocaust, leaving an indelible scar on humanity. After the war, Nazi Germany ceased to exist. The country was divided into East and West, and the flag was outlawed in Germany and banned in most of Europe. Today, its use is strictly prohibited in many countries except for historical or educational purposes. Yugoslavia, 1980 to 1992. Yugoslavia, meaning Land of the South Slavs, emerged after World War I as a kingdom and later became a socialist federation post-World War II under Marshal Tito. Its flag bore the pan-Slavic colours, white and red, with a red star representing socialism and unity. At its height, Yugoslavia was a model of multi-ethnic cooperation. But after Tito's death, nationalism surged. The 1990s saw brutal civil wars, genocide, and the disintegration of the federation. Today, Yugoslavia lives on only in memory. Its former republics, Croatia, Slovenia, Serbia, Montenegro, Bosnia and Herzegovina, North Macedonia, and Kosovo, each have their own identity, flags, and futures. 4. Ottoman Empire, 1299 to 1922. For over 6 centuries, the Ottoman Empire dominated Southeast Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. Its flag in its final form, a red background with a white crescent and star, symbolized Islamic rule, and was one of the inspirations for many modern Muslim-majority nations' flags. The empire was vast and powerful, but struggled with internal decay and nationalist uprisings. After World War I, it collapsed under Allied pressure and internal revolution. In its place arose the modern Republic of Turkey in 1923, led by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. The Turkish flag retained the crescent and star, but marked the beginning of a secular, modern nation-state, replacing centuries of sultanic rule. 5. Confederate States of America, 1861 to 1865. The Confederate States of America was a group of southern U.S. states that seceded in 1861 over issues including slavery and states' rights. The most recognized flag is the Confederate battle flag, a red field with a blue X marked with white stars. Though not the national flag, it became the most visible symbol during the American Civil War. After the Confederacy's defeat in 1865, the flag faded, but not entirely. Today, it's one of the most controversial symbols in American history, seen by some as heritage and by others as a symbol of racism and rebellion. It has been removed from many public spaces, yet remains a potent symbol in political debates. 6. East Germany, 1949-1990. After World War II, Germany was divided into East and West. East Germany, the German Democratic Republic, adopted a variant of the traditional black-red-gold tricolour with a socialist emblem of a hammer and compass encircled by rye. It represented the working class and state-planned socialism under Soviet influence. For decades, East Germany was marked by strict surveillance, the Berlin Wall, and a controlled economy. In 1990, the Berlin Wall fell. East and West Germany were reunified and the flag of East Germany was taken down. Today, the unified German flag flies over a free democratic nation, but the memory of division still echoes. 7. Austro-Hungarian Empire, 1867 to 1918. The Austro-Hungarian Empire was a dual monarchy ruling over Central and Eastern Europe. Its complex system meant multiple flags, black and yellow for Austria, red, white, red for Hungary, and many local variants. It was a melting pot of cultures, languages, and religions, but also ripe with tensions. World War I and nationalist uprisings unravelled the empire. In 1918, the empire dissolved, leading to the birth of Austria, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, and Yugoslavia, among others. Its former territories now lie within more than a dozen countries. 8. Kingdom of Hawaii, 1795 to 1898. Before becoming a US state, Hawaii was a sovereign kingdom. Its flag is unique, 8 red, white, and blue stripes for the islands, with a British Union Jack in the corner, a nod to early British influence. King Kamehameha unified the islands and the kingdom thrived. But in the late 1800s, American businessmen overthrew Queen Liliuokalani with US backing. In 1898, Hawaii was annexed by the US. The monarchy was dissolved, but the flag survives as the official state flag, one of the few in the US to represent a once independent nation. 9. Rhodesia, 1965. Rhodesia was a white minority-ruled breakaway state in southern Africa, formerly a British colony. In 1965, it declared unilateral independence. Its flag was green and white with a lion crest, symbolizing colonial authority. The world did not recognize Rhodesia, and it faced economic sanctions and guerrilla war. In 1980, after negotiations and civil conflict, it transitioned to black majority rule and became Zimbabwe. The Rhodesian flag disappeared, but it remains controversial, as it's sometimes used by white supremacist groups. Zimbabwe now flies a new flag representing African heritage and independence. 10. Zaire, 1971 to 1990. Under dictator Mobutu Sese Seko, the Democratic Republic of the Congo was renamed Zaire. The flag featured a large yellow circle with a torch, symbolizing Mobutu's idea of national pride and revolution. Mobutu's regime was marked by corruption, dictatorship, and a cult of personality. In 1997, he was overthrown and the country reverted to its original name, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The current flag is blue with a star, marking a new chapter. Zaire's torch flag is now a relic of authoritarian rule. Flags rise and fall with nations. Some inspire, some haunt, but all tell stories of ambition, identity, and change. They're more than colours, they're history sewn in fabric. Which forgotten flag fascinated you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more stories from history's hidden corners.